Do you think that women expect men to be the stability factor within a relationship emotionally?
What did you say? I'm sorry, Marcus. I blanked out. Go ahead. What'd you say
Do
again?
you think that women expect men to be the stable, like emotional person, like to be grounded and to be the person that grounds both of you in a relationship?
I would say, yeah, I would definitely think so. But if I had to be honest, I would think not that you guys look for us to be emotionally grounded, but I think you guys would want us to be emotionally, um, what's the word that I'm looking for? Emotionally disciplined as well, right?
Are most women
So
emotionally disciplined?
I would say neither most men or women aren't. Again, I think what happens is because men view things from a different lens because of their experiences with women. So they're looking from a male perspective and dealing with women. So it's going to
Mhm.
be specific things that they're going to pick up and be like, oh, all women do this, right? And versus a woman coming from a woman perspective and viewing a male from that perspective. And we're going to see things like, all men do that, right? So it's not that neither one of us are having issues. We both are. It's just that the things that we look for are different.
Can you name something you think all men do that women in general dislike or have issue with, or most men?
One of the first thing that pops
Cheating.
into my mind is the fact that there's a level of expectation in terms of like y'all just don't be noticing shit. Oops. Well, I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. Shit is a great
I don't.
word on the podcast.
Y'all just don't. Y'all can. I think I've said this before. Like y'all can drop something on the floor or have urine all over the toilet, and it will stay there. It will literally stay there. Like y'all don't see your socks on the floor or see, and it will stay there until somebody points it out and be like, "Are you gonna pick up? Are you gonna wipe that up? Are you gonna?" And thought it was just me, to be honest, until I actually started talking to like my sister, and then I talked to my brother. He was like, "Yeah, my wife get on me about the same thing." So I'm beginning to learn that that is just a man thing. And then I read something specifically about that. That is true that y'all literally sometimes just really don't see it. And in our minds, we're like, how can you not see it? So I found out that those are certain things, traits that are just men. That's the first example that popped into my head.
Shane,
I've
you want to
tried
go?
to compete and wait it out. Like I'm gonna wait it out. I'm gonna see how long it's gonna take.
You
I
said something that
I never
irritates
win.
me about me.
I never win.
What was what was the question again?
He was saying, what are some things as women that we see in men?
Um,
That irritates you that most men do.
I don't necessarily. I don't like to say most men because I don't know most men. I haven't observed most men, but
Most of
what
the men
I
you
can,
dated or interacted
That
with.
you've had experience with.
or I've just been around. Period. Right. And I'm just gonna say in this generation of dating, because I know a lot of married men and they do everything right, like they're like so the bomb. But I'm talking about in the dating realm. I think that foresight. They don't they live a lot in the moment and don't foresee, like for example, risky behavior. Um, like you complain about baby mamas, but you keep sticking your penis in her raw. Like it make that make sense. If you know you don't want to wipe this chick, you know she is below your caliber. Why are you sticking your penis in her raw? Like it's stuff like that that irks the. It's like, sir, you don't care about your health. You don't care about what you're doing to the person that you do love. Maybe you're cheating with her and you're going back to another woman. You don't think about the consequences ahead of time. It's the risky behavior is like really for me. And then the blaming on the other person because of the risk that you took. Like you took that risk. So that bothers me. Another thing that bothers me is even as it relates to like community talk, right? When we're on these panels and we're saying these are the things that we need to do to strengthen the community, and we always have people who no, let's not. You can sit here and put all this data together. We're better together, and you'll fight not to be together. Yeah, does that make sense? Because it's better, it's funner. Not, I like to play the field. I like to. So
You say
that's
they're doing that?
I say in these spaces.
I feel like they fighting to get people together. They just want women to do what they want them to do.
And that's another thing that we see too. You called it out. That right there is another thing. We
Like
don't get
it sounds like
you
a
just
whole
pick
lot
up
of
your own stuff.
I want her to do everything I want her to do, but you don't care about what it is that she wants you to do to make. Because this is the thing what men can understand about women. If a woman is into you, she's going to do whatever you want her to do. She will. Have you ever met a woman who is in love with you? She's got all these standards, and all them motherfuckers just fall on down when she meets your butt. You understand?
So stuff that she don't even want to do.
She don't even want to do.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. If guys did everything that you wanted him to do, would you treat him the same?
No.
So no. So what I'm saying is, if you were the guy, I didn't say. Listen, this is the thing. Let me be very clear. If he was the man that you needed him to be for himself,
okay, yeah.
Not doing everything for her, but he is the man that you need him to be. Meaning, whether you're there or not, he is the man, right? She's going to want to do things for you. It's going to be natural for her to want to do things for her. If she don't cook and you want to cook, she's going to be a cook. She's going to go take some classes. Trust and believe you're going to have a meal. You understand? But it's not about you catering to her. Women like to cater to men. Even the women who like people catering to them, it's the man she has catered to. Trust and believe. It's just not you.
I agree. But can I address the two things that you guys brought up that you dislike about men?
What is it?
The interesting thing about both of those things is not that they don't see it. And it's not that they don't have foresight.
Well, you have to repeat what we said, because we said a lot. What are you?
Well, you brought up foresight was one of your issues, right? Mistaken
involving risky behavior.
Mistaken, she brought up the fact that we don't see the things that's left around consistently. Like it's just not in our view. In actuality, we seen it when it happened. It's just that we don't care about it the way that you care about it. Same thing with the foresight. Most guys know, hey, this is a bad idea, but there's a number of dudes that will continue to do that, myself included. I will continue to do some stupid stuff, and I've done some stupid stuff. Matter of fact, the other day, I went to walk, and I put on probably about a 10-pound vest on. I knew right out the gate this was going to be a terrible idea, but I said, you know what? I'm going to suffer through it anyway. And like I knew, it was a bad idea. I did it anyway. But there's just certain things that it's just not that we're not paying attention. Matter of fact, we pay attention more than you do. It's just that we care less than you do. You guys care a lot more about stuff than what we do. We'll literally see you complaining. She's just complaining. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Just keep moving. Just is what it is. And like I said, if we did everything that you wanted us to do, you would not treat us the same.
It's in the right areas, though. I think that's the difference. It's not that we want a little peon that we could just do right whatever we want to do. That's not the case. We want, just like y'all want cooperation, we look for that too. But I think when you guys talk about cooperation, it's about exactly what you said. You want us to do whatever you want us to do. And I think that's where the power struggle comes in, is because we're both looking for the other person to fulfill our needs in a way that they may not necessarily want to, in a sense that, like, for example, my biggest thing I hate with chores, The biggest thing I hate doing is the dishes. I've been like that ever since when I had to start learning how to do dishes, right? That's the one chore I hated. My husband hates that chore too. But I was the default dishwasher because I was the woman. However, I worked just as many hours as he did, sometime longer. And the expectation was for me to cook and clean and take care of kids. And I think that is where, for women, the issue lies, is that a lot of times that burden of knowing that we have to actually put in the amount of work that we do to help with the family, and then to still not get the respect because it's an expectation that we should still do all those things. So we're carrying such a huge load, and that y'all just think that that's okay. You're supposed to do that. And it's not when we're talking about cooperation. And that's what we mean. When we're saying cooperation, it's like having the understanding that I'm working hard just like you do, regardless of what my job is. I'm putting in 8 hours, I'm putting in 10 hours, whatever my job is, to come home. And then you ask me to do a whole second job that I'm not getting appreciated for either one. Because the first one is saying you're getting paid for it, so I have an expectation that you do what you're getting paid for. Then the other one you come home to, and you don't necessarily get paid money, but it's still the same expectation that this is what I expect you to do, so just do it, and do it without complaint. And that just, when you look at it like that, it just does not make any sense. It doesn't.
And just to add on to what Miss Staken is saying, let's just be clear. I know so many men who help out in the kitchen. I know so many men who help out in the house, right? Realistically speaking, men, unless you got an asshole, most men help out their wives, okay? But again, if you do get a man and you know that majority of taking care of the kids is going to fall on you, because a lot of men are just not really good with kids, okay? Or if you know all of this work is going to fall on you, that's why women are so picky, because they're like, I gotta find a man I even want to do that stuff for. You know, to do that stuff for a guy I barely like. I can barely like you, and we'll see each other every once in a while, you know. But to put on this responsibility of making sure you're fed, making sure all of these things about you are taken care of. I really want to be with you. Like, it wholeheartedly want to be with you. We get mad when people don't want to be with us. If they don't want to be with us, let them go. They're just not for you. We can't force people to want to be in these roles with us. We can't. It never works out in your favor in that way. But yeah, I just wanted to add that. That's all. And you know what's so crazy? I think half of the problem is toxicity. I think when you ask, men who do these things, it goes back to the whole good guys finish last, right? That whole conversation. But I would argue that good girls finish last as well. Good girls and good guys, unfortunately, people just eat both ways. I'm sorry, I don't know why.
I think good girls get what they want 9 times out of 10, unless it's like an attraction.
They don't.
Because they want the bad guy too.
And if that's what they want, then they get them a lot of times.
They don't. They get ran through. They get they get pushed along and used, but they do not get. So this is the thing. Let me clarify this, because this came up on my chat. It does not count if you're not married. It does not count if you're not married. Unless you're in a long-term committed relationship with a life partner and y'all know y'all life partners, y'all are locked in. It is not that boyfriend and girlfriend bullshit. I wish y'all would throw it out the window. It's just a word that y'all have made up to make you feel connected, that y'all are giving each other privileges, okay? So when I say she's not winning, What? Because she's his girlfriend. What is that gonna do? She's still living in her house. So she goes to her house. He goes to his house. He's able to live his life. There's no type of provision there. There's no type of responsibility there. He's not taking responsibility of her. How is she winning?
Hey, Shane.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there an engagement ring on your hand?
Oh no, that's the wrong. So I took it off because I washed my hands a few minutes ago, and I just put it back on the wrong hand. It should be on this one. But sometimes, honey, I be when I don't feel like being bothered, I throw that ring on there. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Now I see a kid. I'm like, oh, let me change this ring. I'm joking, y'all. Go ahead, HD. I'm sorry. But go ahead.
Marcus got it. That's why I kept turning my head. I was just like,
I had just washed my hands. I washed my cup, took my ring off to rinse my cup because I had coffee and I put tea in there. And so when I did that, I don't like my rings to be on my hand. So then I put it on.
I just needed to make sure that ring stays on that side because while Nas gone, we need to get our super chats from you.
Oh, so Nas got the super chats. That's my responsibility. What I can do for you, baby.
You know. So I understand. I apologize that I kind of want to pimp you out for extra money. You know.
It's so funny, y'all. This is a real conversation. My girlfriend said, "Shan, you know why you can't get married? Because you're working on you remember those old computers? She had the name of what was the old Dell computers we watched play Oregon Trail with the floppy disk." She said, "Your way of dating is like Oregon Trail." She said, "You have to keep up with the times. You're outdated. You have to date like the new."
I'm going to soft for my date.
She called me Oregon Trail. So I'm sorry. I'm not going to be able to pull them out. Unless there's some old men in the chat. I don't know what I'm going to do.